Never regret anything that made you smile. Hey there, how's it going, you guys? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. What are we looking at today with these crazy cryptocurrency markets? Some more consolidation, pretty much. Altcoins are up a little bit, but as always around here at Bitcoin and Coffee, we're looking down the road, right? We're looking at the big picture. We got a lot of big things rolling out with Bitcoin. The future's never been brighter. I mean, if you're speculating and trying to make a few dollars trading, you're over at Bybit or BitMix and you're doing leveraging and future trading, all that, kudos to you. That's awesome. I'm glad you're finding ways to accumulate more Bitcoin. But what our main thing around here is spreading awareness. So if you're into that, hit the thumbs up button, share this video out, and we're going to see what we can do about answering some questions here in the chat. All right, you guys. So we don't have Samantha here today. So I figured I'd get out here. I maybe change up the scenery a little bit. And, we just do what we usually do. Talk about the news today. See if I can't answer some questions in the chat, right? Because that's one of the main things I care about is that you guys don't ever get ripped off. And I don't know. I still haven't figured out what a future schedule for Bitcoin and Coffee is going to be looking like. I wasn't able to get out here yesterday. But I'm going to keep plugging away at it. I'm going to keep trying to do the best thing I can do out here. And I'm going to keep rolling along with the punches. So let me see. Oh, it's hot here today in Florida. The humidity is crazy as always. All right. So as I see, we have nobody here in the chat yet. But of course, we're rolling at a different time than what we normally are. So hopefully you guys are watching this on the uptake later on. Let's see, what do we got? We got a Bitcoin ATM theft going on here in the United States. It happened in Washington. Apparently, two men were smart enough to realize there was a little bit of time between when the stores actually opened and when the mall closed. And nobody was any the wiser when they went in there, picked up the Bitcoin ATM machine, walked it right out of the mall and put it in a van. Unfortunately, they were caught on tape doing it. I don't have any news on the fact that they were actually able to apprehend them. We're going to hear more and more about this kind of stuff. We know that if you know what you're doing, right, and you actually have access to someone's hardware wallet, you're capable of hacking into them. So I'm assuming that if you go ahead and you get your hands on a Bitcoin ATM, you're capable of figuring that kind of stuff out and draining all of the money from the hot wallet in there. I mean, why else would you want to steal the Bitcoin ATM? I mean, we got over 5,000 Bitcoin ATMs now in the world. Seems kind of small, right? But at the same time, they do have that really big premium. I'm not really a fan of that big premium. That's pretty much why most of us use Gemini and Coinbase and WhatsApp. Nobody joining me in the chat yet. Well, I guess this is going to be like the old school videos where I just rant on about myself all by myself, talking about the cryptocurrency space. And hey, you know what? That's all right. Because, of course, Bitcoin and Coffee is going to sit around here. We're going to keep trying to spread awareness. We're going to do everything we can do. That's why we're posting on other social media platforms. That's why we have the free desk or the free email help desk. Those are listed down below. We even have a Proton email because we've been making some of those dark web episodes, trying to help you guys keep safe, trying to help you guys understand that it's not all about just illicit activities and that, it's a lot more about anonymity and staying private and being able to speak freely. So, all right, let's see. What's the next thing we got going on around here? Well, we're looking at this BTC dominance here. Sorry about that. All right, let's see. What do we got here with the BTC dominance? Well, we've heard this one before, right? That, the BTC dominance has been on a rise. It's like coming in pretty high recently, right? I think we're looking at, let me see, pull this up actually, and let me give you guys some at the moment statistics. I think it's close to 70 here. Yeah, 67.58% is what we're looking at the moment with a market cap of $269 billion. Well, I guess if you go ahead and, I I usually just think of it higher by stripping away the stable coins and, what's in circulation. Well, they're coming out with a new metrics. They're saying if you take a look at the top 10 reputable exchanges and you go ahead and you start factoring into the liquidity of each cryptocurrency. So in other words, you take a weight of the cryptocurrency market against the volume and you come up with a BTC dominance that's a lot closer to like 90%. That feels realistic, right? I mean, we've been seeing the sentiment lately that altcoins haven't been doing so well. People are hoping for an altcoin season. They're waiting for this stuff to come up. We're seeing that a lot of them are down 80, 90% still from their all-time high. And I mean, yeah, we got a little bit of green today, but they're still a long way from getting back up there to that all-time high. When we see Bitcoin right now at $10,000 and hey, we're halfway there, right? Well, they also say if you go ahead and you start taking out the stable coins, that you get a BTC dominance closer to 92.4%. A lot more maximalists out there than you thought there were, right? Am I going to make it through a whole show without the chat? I mean, is this working properly over here? Let me... go ahead and give that a little. See if you guys answer me back out there. All right, let's see. What else we got going on? Well, we got some dates that we got to keep in mind here. Some stuff that we got to keep, on the horizon, right? Because these could be fluctuation points when it comes to the price of Bitcoin. And if you are one of those traders and you got leverage and all of that, you got to be ready, right? So, I mean, we got September 23rd. Could be a catalyst to the upside as we see Bakkt going ahead and having their launch. A lot of people are expecting big things. That's why I'm saying to the upside this would be. But then just a little bit later on here, the second week of October, we're looking at October 13th and October 18th. We could have news that could really push it up or kind of maybe pull it back a little bit. I think a lot of the cryptocurrency market has gotten over this ideal of ETFs and, it pushing the price of Bitcoin up. But still, we're looking at final decisions coming out from the SEC on the Bitwise ETF and the Van X Solid X ETF. September 13th for the Bitwise, or October 13th, and October 18th for the Solid X. It's back to that whole, we don't need it, but hey, if they're going to give us an ETF, right, let's go ahead, take it, and give them more tools. I mean, Bitcoin doesn't care. Let's see. We also got the good old halvening, May of 2020. Right. That one you can't forget about. It's still going to be a question of, is it going to be pre-factored in, beforehand, like we just watched with Litecoin, or because Bitcoin is a real tool that's utilized every single day, especially in places that need it, that you can't factor in the price of the halvening until we actually have the halvening. Right? Because it's not all 100% based on speculation. There is real world case scenario bringing down the price to less than speculation. All right. Oh, more messages popping up. Well, I'm really concerned that there's nobody in this chat. I don't know if this video is streaming out properly. Besides this, I only got one more piece of news. Looks like we're going to be cutting this episode down to a little bit over 10 minutes because we're at 9 right now. Well, we got chain analysis, right? Love them, hate them. Hate them mostly, right? There are those people out there showing the pseudo anonymity is all that Bitcoin really does possess. As now they're looking at new tools that are going to be going out to the exchanges and anybody else that accepts Bitcoin payments. Tool to help the regulators, pretty much, right? It's a tool to help with the regulation. They're talking about a real-time alert system to make sure that they're not accidentally facilitating financial criminals or financial crimes, right? So in other words, somebody goes and hacks an exchange. They're not going to be able to just go pump it into another exchange and trade it out for a cryptocurrency. There will be real-time alerts blacklisting this Bitcoin. not necessarily something we want, something we knew that was going to be coming down the pipeline. All the more reasons why we need to get fungibility back into Bitcoin, why we're striving for privacy, why Lightning Network running through the Tor browser is going to be one of the next big things. Built in, right? A layer 2 solution with built-in anonymity is what we really need. Something that we can bring back to the base layer through wallets would be nice. I mean, everybody has their own opinions on what we should be doing about, privacy and whether or not it's good or bad or whether or not it'll be allowed, right? If regulation will just stop out all the privacy. Well, all right, you guys. I guess that's about all I got for you guys on this episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. At least nothing else you can say. I got out here and I gave it a shot, gave it the best go today. I got those email addresses. I got a couple other social media platforms that I'm posting to. I want you to come over, follow me on them. I give you updates on the channel. You got to hit the subscribe button. You got to hit that like button because we don't have a time schedule right now. We're really up in the air. I was able to get out here early today, so I thought I'd get out here and make it happen. Talk to you guys a little bit. Paul Rouleau, yes, that means it is working. All right, buddy. I am glad that you made it. I've been sitting out here in the backyard by myself, apparently talking like a crazy person about Bitcoin and how it's going to revolutionize the world as I cover the daily news topics. But it's all good. Nice little short video. Samantha wasn't able to join us today. Like I said, the schedule is going to be up in the air on what's happening with Bitcoin and Coffee. So you got to hit that subscribe button. Hitting that like button definitely helps keep us around because we're going to be able to get more subscribers. And sharing us out definitely helps with all of that too. Besides that, we're just sitting here trying to figure it all out, keeping at it, trying to do the best that we can do. Like I had said before, we're probably going to be pulling down the Wakana because it doesn't look like we're going to be able to make it with donations, over expectations. And that's fine. Not a big deal. We're just going to keep trying to bring you the best content that we can bring you. Still looking for help, still looking for interviews. If you guys are watching this on the rerun, hit me up at the email. Let's talk about Bitcoin. Let's do it on air. Of course, it would be a pre-record because you can't do this stuff live anymore now that they took out Hangouts. Hey, Sean, come here, buddy. Let's see if we can't get my dog to come on air. Sean, come here. Come on, buddy. Come on. Come on over here. Come say goodbye to everybody. Oh, he's camera shy too. You can tell he's Samantha's dog as well. All right, you guys. I hope you guys have a great day. Take care of yourselves and remember to keep that Bitcoin safe. Later.